So Grandma, how did you buy your sewing stuff in the olden days? Back in the last century? You know, like 1990s and the 2000s? How did you do your shopping? Oh yes, in my day sewing was a thing. People loved to sew. There were whole communities around it. We used to go to a store called the Haberdashers. No, you actually went in the shop. Of course we did. And we used to buy sewing patterns there, and they were in a big catalogue. We'd look through the book, it was on the desk, and then we'd pick the ones we wanted and write the numbers down, and then the lady in the store would go into a drawer and give us the patterns. Yeah, you're making that up. That sounds dance. That was rude. No. And they were in a paper envelope, and the patterns themselves were printed on paper. Oh yeah, while we were there we'd buy a few yards of material to make the outfit as well. And we'd go home, and sometimes we'd have to iron the pattern because it was so folded up. We wanted it accurate for our fit. Yeah, it was fantastic. It's not like you young'uns walking into a 3D body scanner and then just pressing print on your printer and getting your outfit made for you in 3D. Oh no. No, we did that all ourselves. No, that sounds like a long thing. How did you do all that? That must have taken forever. Oh, Granny, how did you get anything done? And iron the paper. What's that about? Oh, Granny, that must have been awful. You guys are missing out on the joy of sewing. It was good for our mental health. It was very good for our sense of achievement. Oh, it was good times. Oh, the good old days. The good old days. Well, I certainly hope the future of sewing retail doesn't look like that, but with current events and things changing as rapidly as they are, who knows? You're probably aware that it.Joann stores in the US closed, and in the UK, Hobbycraft has closed quite a few branches. And now the company that owns the big four sewing patterns, that's Simplicity, McCall's, Butterick and Vogue, has announced Chapter 11 bankruptcy. What does that mean for sewers, and in particular, what does that mean for new sewers? This video is going to tell you what to look out for to save your peace, your money and your time. Right, so D&G America, that owns the big four, has announced bankruptcy. What that inevitably means is change. And we've seen it already happening. The division that makes ribbons has already gone. So we don't know what the future of the rest of the division is, and we just wish those guys the best. In the meantime, as a beginner, what I suggest you do is, if you have any patterns that you have your eye on, that you love and actually printed on paper, now might be a good time to get it, just in case. We don't know what's coming down the road. Even if it's a pattern that's a little bit out of your skill set, but you love it, you could snag it now and just, keep it on hand for when you're ready to tackle it. That's just a suggestion from me. Also, the ribbons, as that division has already gone, if you have an outlet selling those ribbons and you love them, get them. I think it's Rights Notions, isn't it? Buy those if you have the money and stock up now. The most important thing I want you to look at in a transitional time, a time of change such as this, is scammers. Unfortunately, when they hear about bankruptcy or liquidation, scammers start descending into the waters. What you want to look out for is scam sites popping up purporting to be selling anything from the big four at ridiculously low prices, deals too good to be true. You know why they're too good to be true. They're not. I'm not just fear-mongering. It happened with Joann stores. The FTC had to warn people about fake Joann stores sites popping up pretending to be Joann and offering deals that obviously never materialized after the buyer gave their money and their details over. So be aware of scams. Now, we are in a speculative state. We don't know what's happening with the company or that division of companies. We can only wish them the best. But behind every headline is real people who work for this group and real people who don't know what's happening with their jobs in the long term. So let's keep a thought out for them. Definitely, let's keep a thought out for them. But I hope you found this video helpful. I just wanted to outline some of the things you want to be looking out for, getting what you want now, and mainly watching out for the scammers. This is such a big deal because these are legacy brands that many people, including myself, grew up with. I learned to sew on these patterns and others back in the day, and I have a nostalgic place in my heart for them. I wouldn't like to see them go, so I'm wishing them all the best. Let me know your comments on this current situation. Are you looking forward to trying those patterns for the first time? Have you already moved away from those patterns or using other independent brands? What's your thought on this? Did you think you saw this coming? Let me know. Talk in the comments. Until next time, I hope you get the chance to sew something sensational. I will see you in the next video.